So, Charles Chukwuma Soludo has emerged as the governor-elect of Anambra State after clinching the last remaining local government of Ihiala early on Wednesday morning. Expectedly, spontaneous pro-Soludo celebrations have broken out across Anambra State in particular and the southeast in general, with jubilant supporters dancing, singing and toasting themselves and their candidate. Professor Soludo's victory has generated a feeling of great excitement that perhaps for the first time in many years, the people have voted in their choice as leader, and that vote has been respected.
We thank President Buhari, the presidency, and our security agencies for ensuring a level playing field. We must particularly commend the chairman, management, and staff of INEC for systematically striving to bequeath a legacy of free, fair, and transparent electoral system to Nigeria. The use of bimodal voter accreditation system, a massive improvement over the card reader and manual accreditation system. With a continuous refinement of the technology, upscaling of the skills of its operators, collaboration with telecommunication companies, improvement in logistical deployment and security, and stringent punishment for anyone involved in electoral malpractice, Nigeria will be on course to a robust and exemplary electoral system. Aside from the initial glitches in the operations of the BVAS machines in some places, including at my polling unit, the election has been adjudged as the most peaceful, free, fair, and credible. There is joy in the land. Our people have spoken overwhelmingly, and surely that voice is the voice of God. The ultimate winner is Anambra people. We are all winners.
Chukwuma Soludo. Well, for more on APGA's victory in Anambra State, I'm joined now from the state capital, Awka, by the former national chairman of APGA and incumbent Senator Victor Umeh. Delighted to have you, Senator Umeh, with us. I expect you're still in a celebratory mode. Congratulations to you and your party. Tell us how you feel today.
Well, Charles, I feel great. I just woke up from a long sleep because for 3 days I have not slept. I was on duty at INEC headquarters and also in the field, making sure that this was sustained and protected. We thank God and rejoice immensely on this landmark victory, because this victory of APGA is the third in the series in the governance of Anambra State. In 2003, we won through P2B, who served for 8 years. In 2013, we won through Governor Willie Obiano, who is serving out his second term. And the third phase now, we have won. Soludo will take over from Governor Willie Obiano for another 8 years. You may say possible 8 years, but I can tell you certainly for another 8 years. So it is a historic election for APGA, and we are very happy about this.
But then, to be entirely fair and honest, Senator Umeh, I mean, APGA isn't really growing in the southeast or anywhere else really in Nigeria, is it? I mean, you've managed to hold on to Anambra State, but for a party which claims to have a very big ambition and which wants to represent one of the biggest ethnic groups in Nigeria, I mean, that's a pretty limited score, isn't it?
Well, people have not been able to come to terms with the hurdles on the way of this great party from growing beyond its present fold. The reason is that this party from inception was targeted to be put into extinction by the authorities who did not want a party of this nature to spring up in Nigeria. When we registered this party in 2002, remember, our first presidential candidate was late General Dim Chukwemeka in 2003. And immediately, the then president saw in him a rival, and then tried to tell our people never to follow Ojukwu's party. That became the first hurdle. And after that 2003 general elections, it was on record that APGA won the entire southeast of Nigeria, but through manipulations and electoral robbery, all the victories the party garnered in 2003 were all taken away. Remember that we had to go through the courts for nearly 3 years before we were able to bring P2B into office finally in 2006. So it has always been a battle of various sorts to scuttle the growth plans of the party. But remember that in 2011, we got a second state in Imo State. We won Imo State through Rocha Sokorocha, who unfortunately, after 2 years in office, moved away to join his so-called progressives to form the APC. So if Okorocha had stayed in the party from 2011 up to 2015, the party would have won an additional state. And indeed, in 2015, the party really won an additional state in Abia through Dr. Lex Oti. But because of the same forces that have been against the growth of the party in the East, his victory was stolen. Somebody who won outright in 14 local governments in the gubernatorial election out of 17 local governments in Abia State lost his position when they went and wrote a ridiculous figure in Obingwa local government area where the PDP got 82,000 out of 86 registered voters and 42,000 in Osisioma Ngwa, Osisioma local government area, where they gave us 1,000 votes. So it was a deliberate plan to scuttle the growth of the party by the authorities. But we have continued to soldier on. In Anambra State, we held on up to this moment. The potentials of growth of this party is quite enormous, and this has always manifested in all gubernatorial elections in Anambra State. But aside from that, Charles, APGA has been winning elections. I remember that in 2015, we won House of Representatives seat in Taraba, and we have been winning elections in different places, But surely, the party has its strongest following in the southeast of Nigeria. So I believe that the bane of the party had been lack of credible elections.
Right.
With the present trend now that INEC has devised means of delivering credible, free and fair elections, you will be shocked what will happen in 2023.
Okay, well, we'll have to see watch and see what happens then. We've got a couple of minutes or so. Obviously, at the moment, the upshot is that APGA remains a regional party rather than a national party at the moment. And clearly now that you've won the ballot in Anambra State, the real work begins. In the pecking order of priorities, what do you expect to be on top for Chukwuma Soludo? What will be the main things to deal with in his entree?
Well, before I go to that, I will beg to disagree with you that APGA is a regional party. We have somebody from Niger State who won House of Representatives seats just the other time. And you cannot say that Niger State is part of southeast Nigeria. What people have continuously done is to brand APGA a regional party, to remove people from other parts of Nigeria from following the party and joining the party. That is wrong. Nigeria has a base. Even the APC that has grown very big now started initially from Alliance Action Congress, then Action Congress of Nigeria. Then they went into alliance with CPP and ANPP to form the APC. So APGA cannot be said to be a regional party. It is a national party in character.
Well, Senator Umeh, I'm really deeply apologetic for interrupting you, but I was hoping that you'd get to the main point there, which you didn't, and sadly we're out of time. Senator Victor Umeh, former national chairman of APGA, talking to me there from Orkad.